Shields up, Ironbreakers. Rurikhan here, coming at you with another video. And this one is a very special one. As I've promised, I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. I've been staying away from Souls for a while now to come into this completely fresh. I asked you guys which type of build you wanted me to go for. The winning build was Pyromancer, and it's an interesting thing because I know that a lot of people out there that play a lot of Dark Souls are going to be like, oh, it's going to be a completely cheeseball playthrough. But to be completely honest, any playthrough that involves spells for someone like me is almost like a challenge playthrough because I am not particularly good at spell casting when it comes to Dark Souls. It's just not something that I'm particularly passionate about. I've done quite a few faith builds because I like the lightning spear. But other than that, most of the builds you will not find me using spells that often, unless it's just like buffing spells or something like that. So we're going to be doing a pyro. I'm going to be trying to take advantage of pyromancers as much as I can, because to me it's very easy to just evolve onto a full-on melee build, because that's just the way that I look at the game. But we're going to be trying to do as much pyro as possible. And then I asked you guys, should I take the master key or not? To which there was a lot of divisive opinions. Overall, a slight majority wanted me to take the master key, but I've seen a lot of comments of people saying, no, don't take it, do it like it's a completely fresh playthrough, don't take the shortcuts and anything like that. For those of you who don't know, master key enables you to access certain things a little bit earlier in the game, so we're not going to be taking it. Instead, I will take the pendant. Let's get this started.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
Which prevents us from dying. Dark sign.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Man, my character didn't look like this at all. But right now we're in beef jerky mode. There's Oscar. Good old Oscar. Such a nice guy. Always looking out for us. So one of the cool things about this remastered version that you guys will instantly notice is that you can scale down the UI. Now this is something that you could do on the PC, but for some reason, whenever I did that on the PC side of things, I got all kinds of weird glitches. So I don't know what was the deal with that, but either way, I mean, you could do it on the PC using DS Fix, naturally, not with the base version of Dark Souls, but let's get started. Good old Oscar dropped this little present. Our dungeon cell key. We got ourselves, what? The broken sword? Straight sword hilt. Not even the broken sword, it's the straight sword hilt. Let's get out of here. Oh, bro. What you doing in there? Well, can't really open these. Here's an interesting thing. You can go ahead and you can kill all these guys if you want to using your straight sword hilt or whatever. By the way, do we have fast roll? Oh, we have fast rolls straight from the go. But it's not really worth your time, so I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to be like, yep, see you guys later. I do feel that the game feels a little bit dark. Not sure if that's just my TV or whatever, but I think that at the start, it's extremely dark. Problem is that if I increase the brightness, like this character over here, this dude, that's just like slaving it in the corner, he's going to look way too bright, so that's why I'm not doing that. So we're going to be a little bit dark at the start. Hopefully, later down the line, we'll be fine. Up until when we get to Tomb of the Giants, at which point things are going to get real dark. The true Dark Souls begins now. Are these still the developer messages? Press that bonfire, recover hit points. Now, there's not a whole lot we can actually do here. I'm gonna... There's a mistake that you guys are going to see me do so many times throughout this playthrough. I was about to do it right now, which is, as you guys know, I've been playing a whole lot of Monster Hunter World. Running in Monster Hunter World is R1. R1 in Dark Souls is light attacks, so yeah. Things are not going to go well for me, but either way. Let's open up the door, see what the hell is going on. Very curious how many of you are watching a playthrough of this game for the very first time. If you are doing that, if this is the very first time you're watching a playthrough of Dark Souls, please type it in the comments. Let me know. Let's just go through. Ah, you're so big. Don't do that. Why would you do that, dude? You're not actually supposed to fight that guy. I'm not even gonna entertain that idea because it just takes way too long to do it. And it's just not worth the time, and it's not I mean, maybe it is entertaining for you guys, but I think I would probably be able to kill him. There's an easy way to kill him, by the way. If you want to, at the start of the game, you can actually choose the black firebomb gift, and then you can just go up there, throw a couple of black firebombs at him. You can kill him, and you'll actually get a weapon for it. Wow, we have a cracked shield to go with our broken sword. This is great. This is great. Look at this dude. He's just been pelting arrows all over the place. Wow, did they actually give textures to arrows? Oh, the arrow's gone. I was trying to look at the texture from the feathers. Remastered. Okay, let's actually get ourselves a hatchet here. Even though it says hand axe, this is essentially a hatchet. Not a very good one at that. As you guys can see, the quality of this particular weapon, not particularly excellent. Doesn't feel like it's the sharpest of weapons, but, you know, we do what we can. Yo, dude. No, thank you. Ugh, 38 damage. Take that. You fiend. Give me your souls. Ah, the very first fog gate. By the way, we didn't have the, we should have gotten a trophy alert back there when we kindled the first bonfire. But, yeah, I had already done that part because I was testing some stuff out, namely the brightness. So that's why we didn't get that. I want the item up there. No. That, if I remember correctly, is the rusted iron ring, which allows you to move at reasonable speeds when you are going through water. Now, if you look in there, our buddy that saved us, that dropped the key onto our prison cell, he's now lying there, dying. Poor guy. We need to go in there and save him. But it's locked. As a matter of fact, how the hell did he even get there? He probably fell from the ceiling or something, right? Gotta be like, yep, there's a hole in there. He fell, and he probably hurt himself real bad, but he's still alive. You can see that he's breathing. You see the poor bastard's breathing. It's a trap. I knew that trap was there. I thought that I was gonna be able. I actually got stuck on this thing. Oh my god, the fuck! It's so dark that I thought I was gonna be able to roll away, and then I was just like. You bastard. How dare you? See if I can parry. Gotcha. We don't even have Estus flasks yet. Either way, that thing will punch a hole in this particular wall, which then allows us to go see our buddy Oscar. But while we do that, I always like to open this door. This takes us back to this bonfire, which you can rest there if you want to, but we don't really need to at this point. But I always like opening that for some reason. Oscar! What's happened to you? At this point in time, I don't think we actually are supposed to know his name yet, but...
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Sure, I mean, you did save me from my imprisonment, so sure.
I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
I like how they feel the need to explain that. This is an undead favorite. It's like, well, I'm undead. Shouldn't I know these things?
Oh, and this.
Oh, thank you for the key, because if I didn't come here and get this key, I would actually not be able to progress.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Oh, Oscar, I don't want you to die. Use item. I was just checking to see if these were player messages, but doesn't seem like Yeah, I don't think you can actually get player messages at the Undead Asylum, but I don't know. Like I said, no, he's dead! Oscar! You heard that noise like... No! You can actually kill him and fast forward through that whole conversation if that's something that you want. But I believe that speedrunners tested it, and it was actually faster if you skip through the dialogue. Oh, whatever. Actually drink an Estus. We took a little bit of damage back there. Ooh, a pyromancy flame. See, now that right there is very useful. Actually equip that. I got the pyro. Now the way spells work in Dark Souls, because like I said, there might be a couple of newcomers, is basically you have a certain number of uses per spell which get replenished once you go into a bonfire. Now on the bottom left hand side you can see that we have Fireball equipped because we're a Pyromancer, so we start the game with Fireball equipped, and we have 8 uses. That means we can cast Fireball 8 times before we go to you know, a bonfire, at which point we can then reload and we get 8 more times. So basically you pull out your Pyromancy Flame. Did I say Pyromancy Glove again? People used to give me so much shit whenever I said glove. Because essentially it's like this item over here. It looks like a red glove, but it's actually your hand holding a flame. So the item itself is the flame that's in the middle, not the hand. And as you can see, Pyromancy Flame. So you're holding the flame, and this allows you to cast Pyromancy spells. I'm going to be doing these kinds of explanations throughout the game for those for the few newcomers that we might have, and maybe for people that are looking for tips and stuff. Hey bro, what's up? Ow. Dude, look at the damage you just dealt right there, hitting through that cracked shield of ours. That shield is shameful. What? You cheesy bastard. That's right, in Dark Souls you can't abuse the frames from the enemies getting back up. We can't actually go here. This leads back to that item that I said that I wanted, the rusted iron ring. But you're going to need a special key in order to come back here and get that item. And another fog gate. What could possibly be on the other side? Did they actually give you a plunging mission? Yeah. They give you this particular message here. Not sure how many people are going to see it. Basically, this tells you, oh, by the way, if you press R1 while you're falling down, you get to do a plunging attack. Which is important because if you then come here, you'll notice that the monster is going to be right below us. No, plunging! Blah! Massive damage with the plunging attack. Now we do have a Pyromancy Flame, so I'm going to be using that. Eat it! Oh man, you set his ass on fire. Dude, that's some really bad Mexican you had there. See, I actually like the casting of Pyromancy spells, because your character actually picks up a flame, he throws it, but like, regular sorcery, I really don't like the animation for it. You look like Harry Potter waving around a little wand. No! No! I'm stuck! Oh my god. I'm gonna die to the Asylum Demon? Really? Really? This is a thing now? I refuse to die! Eat my pyro flame! He actually hit me with that. That was more of shockwave, but... Eat that! Ha! Me strong with fire! I mean, you guys did tell me to play Pyro. I could have meleeed him down and probably would. I think it would actually have been easier for me to melee his ass down. But, you know, you guys picked what you picked. This actually takes us back to the bonfire that we were at. Alright? Yep. One of the bonfires in this particular area. And that is actually the, that's actually the door that we're supposed to go through. Now, notice something very cool, which you guys can hear right now. You can hear big, bumping footsteps. There's actually another monster in this area that you don't get to fight at this stage in the game. You have to actually come back here to fight the other monster. He's kind of like a carbon copy of the monster that we already killed, but he has a set of different attacks that make him a little bit more interesting. I do believe that there is a soul item over here. Yep. Soul of a lost undead. So that item right there, that is what we call heart souls, for those of you that are not aware. Heart souls essentially grant you a certain amount of souls, which is the main currency of this game. But they stay with you, because whenever you die, you lose all of your souls. You have a chance to get them back, but if you die, twice, you lose all of your souls. And these are just like heart souls that you can use and get souls. So the advantage is that if you die, you don't lose this item. Okay? Over here, we have... Is his name Snuggly in this one?
Give me warm. Give me soft.
You can actually trade items with him. It is a very unintuitive system. You drop an item over here, and then you come back. By come back, I mean you actually exit out of the game and reload your save. And then you will come back, and there will be an item there for you. I mean, depending on whether or not you know the trading list. It requires experimentation if you don't actually know what it is. But either way, let's continue onwards.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Skybox was definitely showing its age right there.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
We're going back to Lordran, Ironbreakers. Get your shields up and get ready. Stuff's about to get seriously real. Get a little bit of a flyby through the level. It's interesting playing this now after distancing myself a little bit from the game so that I could be refreshed. Because here's a little detail that I've never really noticed all that much. But when you fly in here, the bird gives you like a bird's eye view, literally, of the area that I'm aiming the camera towards right now, over there. Level up and kindle bonfires. Can I get this message away, please? Thank you. So like it gives you a bird's eye view of that area, and even as you are dropping down, it kind of points the camera in this general direction, which is something that, interestingly enough, I never really took notice. But basically, this is like the correct way to go, even though you can take a number of different paths through the game right now. Like, going this way is the most correct way to go. And the game kind of subtly hints at it, too. Which I clearly did not pay attention the first time that I played through this, because I was like, nah, dude, I'm not going there. So the first thing that you're compelled to do as well is talk with this guy over here. Good old Crestfallen.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
So you get here and this guy's just like, okay, dude, there's actually 2 bells. Now, when I first heard this, my first instinct was like, well, I want to ring the lower bell, because to me it just kind of makes sense. We start from the bottom up, which is why I started going down instead of actually going up, which is the right way to go about things.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
There's the pot to the kettle, am I right? Look at those friggin', look at the shadows beneath your eyes, dude. Look at the bags there. You think I'm going hollow? Look at you.
What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
Killing a healthy undead and pillaging its humanity, also known as PvP.
What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
I ain't scared of you.
What? You want to hear more?
Yes.
Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool.
Okay. You don't want to go to Blighttown. I'm not surprised because I heard the frame rate was real bad for people that go to Blighttown.
Bloody hell, what is it now?
Just getting so upset.
You ask too many questions.
Don't, dude.
What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
He still has different friggin' voice lines at this point. Okay, he's done. So see, that's another thing that if you're new to Souls, like, characters will say a lot of stuff if you keep checking the dialogue. So don't just listen to what characters have to say once if you want to learn more about the world, what they are doing in the area they're at. If you just want to know more about Dark Souls, you're going to have to harass these characters and ask them repeatedly, hey, what's up? What else can you tell me? What else can you tell me? What about some more? Can you tell me some more? Okay, so we got 6 fire bombs here. I'm not sure if I want to pick up every single weapon that is in this area. Usually that gets me killed a couple of times. I should actually level up a little bit since we have enough souls. How many attunement slots do we have? Wow, we start with 2 attunement slots. Okay. So all of these stats, vitality gives you health, attunement increases the amount of slots that you have for spells. Certain spells will take up more than 1 slot, so as a pyromancer, it is going to be important for me to basically raise this. This almost works as your mana for all intents and purposes. Endurance is how much stamina you have available to you, and also how much equipment you can actually carry. Strength is strength damage, dexterity is dexterity damage, resistance is the most useless stat in the game, and then there's faith and intelligence. So we're not going to be putting any points in faith or intelligence, because these are for other different types of spellcasting, like sorcery, and faith is for like priestly spells, sunlight spears. Cool stuff, actually. I like faith a lot. Also heals. You can also do heals with faith. I do need dexterity. I don't know exactly how much I need, but I'm gonna go for 12 for now. I need to double check because the weapon that I'm probably going to use is going to require a significant amount of dexterity. And dexterity also makes it so that we cast our spells faster. At least it did, as far as I'm aware. So therefore, dexterity is a good investment. So yeah, let's keep going. It'll also give us access to some of the weapons that we'll find early on in the game. I might actually use the S-Stock. Oh, wow. I am playing online, and I'm probably going to try to be alive as often as I possibly can, although I don't feel like wasting humanities right now. Someone died here. Oh, you went that way and you started fighting skeletons, didn't you? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I mean, I'm saying that. I'm probably going to die there, too. Now, I'm coming back here because I already know that there's another soul item here. Now, there's a couple of items that you can pick up from this area, but the enemies here are particularly tough. As you guys can see, you're going to start seeing all these blood pools. These will actually reveal to you how someone died in this area, which is interesting because this is... considering that I'm recording this ahead of release of the game, these are all people that have had early access to Dark Souls. I don't know how many of them are playing for the first time. It's just really cool to be in a position where now there's a potentially a whole new community joining into Souls and enjoying and appreciating Souls. So we're gonna do something that is really risky and that we probably shouldn't be doing, but gonna risk it for a biscuit. Basically, I'm running through here and just picking up a bunch of items that you can get. And I'm not gonna be fighting these skeletons because they're gonna kick my ass. These skeletons are actually really, really tough. Excuse me, sir. Take that winged spear. And then we have the Zweihanda! Because that's how you actually say the name of this weapon. You can't just say Zweihanda. You have to say Zweihanda! Because otherwise, you know, all hell's going to break loose. Now, am I actually going to be able to get out of here? Excuse me? Hey, yo. Huh. They actually managed to leave. Now, there is a path that way, but we're not going to be going in that direction because that's just completely suicidal at this point. Interestingly enough, I tended to die quite often when I did this run. Surprised they were still alive. Let me see if I can actually get away with it. See, that's the real challenge of this. That's right, there's still the other item that we need to come get. Almost forgot that there's an item up here as well. Wow, there's a skeleton rolling his ass trying to get to me. Just look at those big bastards right there. Those guys would wreck our shit. Just like straight up, those guys would one-shot me right now. I'm level 1. No, actually, I'm not level 1 anymore because we leveled up. I'm actually level 4. Oh, no, so level 1 playthrough, Rurikhan, you scrub. Okay. So we picked up the items that we wanted to get from there. There's a path that goes that way. It goes into a couple of catacombs. That's actually a good shortcut for you to get a really good weapon early on in the game if you're willing to risk it for a biscuit. I might do a video. I hesitate to say the word guide because at this point, what is a guide for Dark Souls? But I might do a video featuring that if you guys are interested. It's basically like you just rush down and you can get a two-handed sword that is super powerful down there. And it's actually a sword that I really, really like.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
This guy is an asshole. Okay? Let me just tell you that right now. This guy right here, he is an asshole. I mean, just look at his haircut. Okay? You can tell from his haircut that he's an asshole. You can look at his face. You can almost tell from his face that he's an asshole. You can tell by the way he dresses. I mean, actually, no, it doesn't look that bad, the way that he dresses. I like his shield, too. I like the colorful shield that he's got going. But he's an asshole. He also has the weapon of an asshole. Look at that. A Morningstar? Come on, dude. Morningstar? What happened to hammers? Clerics should have proper hammers. But hammers is something that Dark Souls has always struggled with, giving me a hammer that I really like. You see, when I think of hammer, I think of like a stick with a big block of stone on top. That's my idea of a good hammer, and that's just... There's not a whole lot of those in Dark Souls.
I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
And some of you guys are going to know what I'm going to say, but essentially I always interpret this particular interaction as this guy basically like dismissing us by throwing a coin at our face. He picks up, he goes through his pockets and he's like, oh, I got some spare change here. Then he throws the coin at your face. He's like, hits you in the forehead. And then he's just like, now get the fuck out. That's always the interpretation that I have of this.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
No.
That is a shame. But each to their own. Speak to me if you have a change of heart.
No, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You can actually get a little bit more information out of him, but essentially he sells you faith spells, so to speak, which are called miracles. So if you are doing a faith build or something, he's actually a dude that's going to be slightly useful for you at the start of the game. But since we're not going to be doing that, and I don't like him as a character, I'm just going to like, nope, not dealing with that. Anyway, see what else we got here. So this is the elevators that the dude just said that they are broken. These are the elevators that lead up to the cathedral. Interestingly enough, he also tells you that you should go through the Undead Burg, even though at this point in the game, I doubt anyone actually knows where the Undead Burg is. But you can probably recognize what the waterway is. So there's that. There's a bunch of chests over here now. One of the most useful things that we get here is the Homeward Bones that we just got. Those essentially allow you to return to a bonfire without actually losing your souls. Get some cracked red-eye orbs. In case you want to do some early PvP, you can use the cracked red-eye orbs to invade other players. Now, the problem is that those skeletons are going to be down there. They're going to be real annoying, so let's see if we can make a run for it. No, 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 no. Oh, crap. Ooh. See ya, kids. I'm going to run away again, and you're not going to be able to catch up to me. Rip them off blind. We ripped them off blind. But there's a couple of more items that we can get out of this area. I always like to clean an area of items before I leave, if at all possible. I wonder if I can lead a skeleton over here. Oh, shoot! Let me see if I can get the skeleton to attack this guy. Yeah. No. Hey, skeleton. Hey. Come here. Attack Petrus. Yeah, that's it. Is he going to come here, or is it... No, I think he's going to leash back. Come on, dude. Let's go. Ah, he's mad. That's it. A little bit forward. Come on. A little bit more. Right here. Right here. That's it. Holy crap. He's not doing anything about it. I thought Petrus would, like, defend himself, but he is not. So I could get this skeleton to kill Petrus, because he's actually reasonably hard to kill early on. But that was interesting. I really thought that Petrus... Usually they defend themselves when they get attacked. I wonder if that's something that they changed, or I wonder if it's always been like that. Like I said, I haven't played the game in a while, so there's certain details that I tend to forget. But that's pretty cool. I just got Petrus shanked twice. Hey, Petrus, I just want you to know, man, I really like you, dude, okay? I didn't mean anything by it, man. I didn't totally just lure that skeleton to you as a science experiment. Okay, so we got a Soul of a Lost Undead here, and oh, we actually can't get to the other thing because we need the elevators. I thought we were able to get to the key to the Undead Asylum, but no, you can't do that because you actually need the elevators. Okay, I'll show you guys that part later in the playthrough. So now let's continue onwards at a leisurely pace, because we're here to have some fun. Wow, the skeleton is still there. You're not going to prevent me from... No, you're not. Okay, cool. So we can't reverse hollowing because we don't have a humanity on us, but that's fine. We're not going to be reverse hollowing. Now, we did pick up a couple of items. Let me show you guys. We picked up a talisman. Now, this is for casting miracles. We picked up the Caduceus Round Shield. I believe this is slightly better than ours, if I remember correctly, right? Like, toggle display. What's the percentage? We have physical damage reduction 85%, whereas the one that we have right now is 65%. So you see, these stats are going to be complicated for people that are playing this game for the first time. But you guys can see there, damage reduction, this is the percentage of damage reduction that the shield has, which is the most important stats. The other thing that you see there, the physical 50 and critical 100, that is if you're actually using the shield to attack, because you can essentially equip a shield on your right hand if you want to. You can go around with 2 shields. I almost feel like a friggin' transformer right now. If I had 2 more shields, I could strap them to my legs and then I'd just like roll around like a car. But anyway, you can actually use shields to attack, but it's not particularly powerful or effective, so I don't tend to use that. Even though they came up with a couple of quirky items that take advantage of that, I still don't like it all that much. Let me see. We got the Winged Spear is going to require 15 dexterity, so we're not going to be able to use it. We only have 12. The Morning Star, we can use it, and I believe it deals significantly more damage than our weapon. And it also has a bleeding effect. Actually, it doesn't deal that much more damage. It does deal a little bit more, but it's got a bleeding effect, which is pretty cool. So we're going to use that Morning Star. Is it heavy? It is not heavy. Now, you guys will see me do this test multiple times, which is whenever I equip something new, I roll. That is because I want to stay at what we call a fast roll. If you equip heavier items, you can eventually be penalized and you will roll a slow roll. So like, for instance, if I equip a Zweihanda, which I actually can't use because it requires too much strength, we're probably going to become too heavy. Like, look at this. See how big this weapon is? Notice that our roll is a lot slower now. So that's why I always test after I swap my gear how fast I'm rolling. That's just to explain to you guys that don't know why I would do that every single time. Anyway, we have a new shield, we have a new weapon, it's a new day, and I'm going to be going in this general direction. Just this is just for a little bit of a nostalgia trip for me personally. So there's a character here, she actually does not speak, but she will reinforce your Estus Flask. Now she is a firekeeper, so basically she is tending to the bonfire that you see up here, which is Firelink Shrine. It's like Firelink Shrine is like a central point in Dark Souls. This is one of the most important bonfires of the game, and she is the one who tends it. Now, those of you who have seen Dark Souls playthroughs, or those of you who have played the game yourselves, you guys know that something bad has potential to happen here. And I think I might actually let that bad thing happen just for the, just for the sake of exploring all of the different quest lines, or at least as many as I can remember from Dark Souls. So this is essentially when the very first time that I played through Dark Souls, the dude upstairs, he's like, oh, there's a bell downstairs and there's a bell upstairs. I was like, well, let's clear downstairs first, because I'm a sucker for dungeon crawling. So I was like, dude, I'll start the game with a dungeon crawl. Like, what's better than that, right? So I came down here. Wow, that was a really loud train. That's going to be happening. If you guys haven't watched my videos in a while, like, there are trains going by my new studio, so every now and then you might hear a little bit of a sound like that. So there are some pretty cool items up here. Namely, one of the items that I think I might be using is the S-Stock. Go ahead and kill these guys. These guys can actually give you some decent... Oh crap, I'm hitting the wall. Yeah. Take that! Almost feel like I stole Petrus's Morning Star. Really? Can I get one backstab going on these dudes? What the hell is going on? These guys are completely losing their minds. They're not even aggressive. The reason I kill them is because they still give me souls, and they're going to respawn anyways after I die or after I rest at a bonfire, so it's not like you're permanently killing them. Oh, did they remove the ability for you to backstab enemies that are in an idle animation or something? Like, what's going on here? I cannot land a single backstab. Pretty sure I was able to backstab these guys. Yeah, I think you can no longer do that. That's cool. That is actually a good feature because even though it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, it's a good feature because it prevents you from abusing certain NPCs when they're lying down. And then there's one very special dude down here who's like, paint me like one of your French girls. Look at him. He's like lying there like, yep. Yep. Why are his eyes glowing red? Are all of them glowing red? Or is that new? Let me check. I'm pretty sure there should be another one here. Right? Yeah, there's another one here. Are your eyes glowing red? They are. Huh. Cool. You can still hit them and then backstab them. You just can't backstab them from the idle animation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I backstabbed this guy plenty of times before. Okay, we have the S-Stock. Do I have enough dexterity to use it? That is the question. How much dexterity? Oh, it requires exactly 12 dexterity. Lucky me. I actually did not plan for this, by the way. So the S-Stock is a thrusting weapon, which is a pretty decent dexterity weapon. I don't remember if it's as good as it is in, is it Dark Souls 3 that's got like the best S-Stock in the business? But I do believe it's got... Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't have increased critical damage. I thought it would have increased critical damage, but it doesn't. See, certain weapons will have increased critical damage, which means that whenever you do something like a backstab, you can actually deal additional damage. So... Oh, wow. The lighting effects here actually look way better than they did back on PS3. Cool beans. What's the secondary attack for the S-Stock? Almost killed myself. Okay, so right now we have 400 souls. And I think I'm going to risk everything and potentially kill myself for an item that I know is in there. So this is the path that I took the very first time that I played this game. Okay? This is something that I want you guys to be aware. Those of you that may not know this particular bit of information. I was like, yeah, dude, I'll just come down here. No problem. No problem, right? And I was like, oh, there's a spirit. I was like, oh, snap. That thing hits like a truck. And you actually can't hit them back, which was something that I was not aware. So I came down here and I was like, what the hell is going on? I actually don't remember if I can fireball them. That's a good question. Let me see if I can remind myself. Yo, spirits! Get back here. Why are you running? Oh, they're running away. Do we really need to upset them? Even if I can hit them, I'm pretty sure it's not going to deal that much damage. Let's see. Did I actually hit? Yep, that hit. That dealt no damage. Okay, so you can't even attack them with magic. There's a specific item that allows you to deal damage to them, in case you guys are curious. And we did pick up that item, so it is possible for you to come down here and actually succeed. It is just not very advisable for a new player, but you got this right here. Transient Curse. Temporary Curse allows engagement with ghosts. So we picked up 2 of those out of the barrel that was like back there. But what I'm about to do now is probably gonna wait. I gotta change the camera setting. I'm not sure if that camera setting is still here because there's a camera setting. Is it this one? The wall auto wall recovery? I think that might be it. Yeah, you want to turn that off because that has killed me more often than not in Dark Souls. Like that camera setting has probably killed me more than enemies. Anyway, I'm gonna do a quick run here because there's a very powerful item back there. And I want to get that powerful item, which is this one. Then, it'd be cool if I was able to... Nope. That's our first death. Right there. 500 souls. And we died. We died at the ghost area. I've died there so many times. I was trying to see if I could get through it without dying. It is possible for you to get through it without dying, but essentially... we now have a very special item that we retrieved, which is worth way more than all of those souls. Firekeeper Soul boosts power of Estus flasks. So essentially, you can use this item to power up your Estus flasks. Now, if we had the key, the master key, we could actually get 2 of these almost before we get started with the proper game. But since we don't have the key, we can only get 1. Now let me just show you guys one more quick thing. I'm going to speed this up. Almost fell to my death there. You can see the faint glow of our souls off in the distance. Actually, you could see it earlier when I came in. Let me just come back up here. You guys can see... Dude, I totally saw the glow. Oh, there it is. See that little green glow right there? That is our souls. We can actually go back there and pick them up. I don't think they're on the water bridge, so it's actually fairly easy to go in there and pick those back up, so we might do that. But before I do that, I wanted to show you guys a different thing, which is this door. See, the master key thing that we talked about at the start, the master key would open this door, for instance, which would grant us access to a whole another higher level area that is past here. But since we didn't bring the master key, we don't get to use that shortcut and gain access to that higher level area. But it's okay, because there are many ways to get to places when it comes to Dark Souls, so we'll just get there through a different route. And ultimately, I think it is going to make the playthrough a little bit more interesting because I can't use shortcuts, I can't get certain more powerful items earlier in the game, thus making me overpowered. Well, let's see if we can actually recover our souls. Oh crap, they are in the water bridge. We might actually die. This is bad, but I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. I mean, it's not a big biscuit, it's 500 souls worth of biscuit, but I'm still going to risk it because, I mean, these are my souls, man. I need my souls. You'll excuse me, sir. Nailed it! And now we're going to get the hell out of Dodge and we're going to go back to Firelink Shrine because we have no business being down here past this point. Because even though, wow, there's like a lighting glitch. You're like, look at that. That's like some kind of weird lighting glitch that we got going there. Not sure what's up with that, but either way, that is going to be it for the very first episode of the Dark Souls Remastered full playthrough. I know that it's a bit of an uneventful episode, but I do want to take things slow. I want to go and talk with all of the NPCs, remind myself, reminisce in the nostalgia. And I hope that you guys want to reminisce in that nostalgia with me. Let's take this journey together. I'm going to go back up the Firelink Shrine, and we will continue the next episode from the Firelink Shrine. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the playthrough. Thank you very much for watching. Comments and feedback in the comment section below. Tell me everything that is on your mind. I love reading your guys' comments. I always read them, all of them pretty much, at least whenever I can. And finally, if you guys enjoy this content, remember, subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you actually get notifications for all of my videos, and the end slate should be coming up right about now. So it should be suggesting you guys a couple of videos that you might want to watch if you guys want to watch some more of my stuff. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next one.